Okay, so we just watched the first two episodes of Ahsoka, the new Star Wars show on Disney Plus, and it's been a quick minute since we've done a review on our vlogs channel.
Yep.
And we've been wanting to do one, so we thought, why not review the first two episodes of Ahsoka? Now, bear in mind, we're going to try and keep the first part of this video spoiler-free, and just give you quick thoughts about what we thought about the two episodes combined, and then go into spoilers. And then talk about what we hope happens with the rest of the season. And then the next review will be the season 1 review.
We'll review everything?
Yeah, in 2 months from now, hopefully?
I guess. I'm going to have to wait 2 months.
Well, we had that discussion. I was of the opinion that maybe we should do it weekly, but you're like, no, let's just wait till it's all over.
Yeah, just wait until everything, and then we just talk about it together combined.
And so the compromise was to do 2 reviews. Mm-hmm. This review, then the review at the end of the season.
Yeah, that way you don't have to review 6 videos.
Yeah. But anyways, your thoughts, views, and opinions regarding what you thought about the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka, welcome below in the comment section. Favorite characters, least favorite characters, which direction you think the show is going to go. And by the way, our merch cat's here as well. We have our own merch cat, Ahsoka and Sabine.
Yeah, that's my least favorite character. It keeps annoying me while we're watching show.
Yeah, but you like the merch cat in the.
Yeah, that's what I call it, just merch cat.
I know it has an official name, but
His official name is merch cat.
And I'm a Star Wars fan, and I didn't bother go into research that.
Yeah, GB over here is the Star Wars nerd. I know some Star Wars stuff, but he's the Star Wars nerd.
And by the way, I do have a Star Wars playlist with episode reviews of Mandalorian we've done, as well as my reviews of Obi-Wan, also a review of Andor, and a few other Star Wars.
The other Star Wars shows.
Oh yeah, and all 9 movies. So I did reviews of those in my Star Wars playlist.
There you go.
If you're curious, feel free and check it out. All right, so let's start off with your thoughts, spoiler-free, overall, first 2 episodes of Ahsoka. What do you think?
I thought it was
Meh.
Okay, good. I guess. If I didn't watch it, I wouldn't lose anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I mean, maybe if I could watch it together, like I said, if I could just watch the whole thing together, binge it,
You've been spoiled by Netflix.
It's better that way. I don't want to wait 2 months to see what happens.
It's so weird. I come from the old school before streaming, where we had to wait each week for new episodes of a show, and then you've been all about the binge life.
Well, I'd rather wait. I would rather watch the show 2 months later, and just wait for all the episodes to be out and then binge watch it together. I don't have a problem with waiting, but you're a Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, and so, I want to watch the series out of curiosity.
Yeah, and it would probably be weird if you watched it and I didn't watch it, and then you wanted to talk about it, and I'm like, what?
Exactly. We have to watch it together for better or worse.
See, I'm just stuck with that nerf.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Pretty much.
It was okay. I mean, the characters, besides Ahsoka, looks good. I always had a problem with Ahsoka live action.
You don't care for Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka?
Yeah, that's just me. I just like her animated version way better.
Okay.
I mean, it's not her fault. It's just a me thing.
No, that's fine. Some people love Rosario Dawson as an older, live action Ahsoka. Some people don't. I personally like her because I was one of the ones years ago that was campaigning online for her to be cast as a live action Ahsoka one day, because she happens to resemble Ahsoka and she's a really good actress.
Okay, I never knew that people actually wanted her to be Ahsoka.
Oh yes, yeah. So yeah, this is one of these things that Lucasfilm actually listened to when it came to the fandom out there.
Okay, well I never pictured as a live action Ahsoka, so that's why she just looks a little bit weird to me. But I mean, that like I said, that's a me thing. Oh, that's not her fault. I mean, she did a good job. But the only one that actually I liked that was actually live action was the Twi'lek. What was her name?
Hera.
Yeah, her.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought she did a good job.
Yeah, she looks good live action.
Yeah.
I could see her looking like that.
Yeah, she was decent.
But yeah, I mean, overall the whole thing that's going on with.
We'll have to talk about that.
That's in the spoilers, but I have no way to actually no. There's no way to describe it
like we'll this because
usually when it comes to me, I like to get to the point, and when it comes to the point, it equals spoilers. So I guess GB's just better at doing that.
Yeah, well, I guess we just got your opinion so far. You're not really wowed by the first 2 episodes. They didn't really blow you away.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be drip fed and wait.
Okay, we're just. For Riley, she's hoping that the season will get better as it progresses. And I'm going to be honest, I feel the same way.
Yeah, right now it's just kind of meh.
Yeah, I mean...
At least with what we have.
I do like the fact they're not rushing like they do with Mandalorian. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff that they should include in episodes end up being edited out. And I think that has been confirmed in interviews by some of the cast. Mm-hmm. And I think that's unfortunate. Whereas Mandalorian... makes it sometimes too short, too fast-paced. And they could have moments to breathe and have character development that's been lost. Mm-hmm. This felt slow.
Both did episodes, feel slow.
There were very slow moments, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I don't feel the same way about Ahsoka as I do Andor. I felt like it was 3 episodes of Andor, and I was just drawn into the world of Andor from the beginning. And those 3 episodes, I know they're not the best episodes. I know it gets better throughout the first season of Andor, but I was just
hooked.
Yes, hooked.
I was okay with it when it came to Andor. Like for me, Andor got better as it went along.
Yeah, it did.
Not like at the beginning, like where you got hooked.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I would like to see where this goes.
Yeah, but fortunately, it did get better, and I hope that's the case with Ahsoka. I really do.
Yeah. If only we could see if it could get better or not now.
Well, we don't exactly have a time machine. But we have the Doctor, the Doctor voices Hu Yang, so David Tennant.
Oh,
which is one of the characters you actually liked, spoiler free at the moment.
Yeah.
So he's back.
Not gonna lie, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, well he played Hu Yang in Clone Wars.
He did?
Yeah.
Was he young in Clone Wars?
He voiced Hu Yang in Clone Wars.
Where was he?
He was in the episode where Ahsoka was taking the younglings to Ice Planet to get the kyber crystals.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, I used to know what the name of the Ice Planet was.
Pandora?
No, it's not Pandora. Pandora's not an ice planet. That's a completely different franchise.
No, wait. No, that's the moon.
Elam. Yeah, Elam. Yes, it just finally came up. Elam, which allegedly is what eventually becomes Starkiller Base.
Okay.
But anyways, regarding Ahsoka, first 2 episodes, spoiler-free. It was okay. I guess they're just trying to establish the characters, the world post Return of the Jedi. I'm guessing it's in the same timeline as Mandalorian. I don't know if it's the same exact year as Season 3 or it's happening at the same time as Season 3. See, that's the problem. I don't know exactly where. It's in the New Republic era.
Somewhere.
But so far, yeah, it didn't really start with a bang, but here's hoping the episodes get better and better and better, very similar to Andor. So we'll continue watching it, and we will do a review once the entire season is complete, and hopefully we'll have a more positive review regarding Season 1 of Ahsoka.
Yep.
But for now, it's not bad.
It's okay.
It's okay.
That's like a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I'll be a little bit more generous, but not by much. Okay, so I guess with that out of the way, let's go ahead and go into the spoilers. Okay. So if you don't want to be spoiled, if you haven't watched the first 2 episodes on Disney+, go watch the episodes and then come back and let us know in the comments your honest opinions. All right, so spoilers, here we go.
The main character is Ahsoka.
Yeah, the main character is obviously Ahsoka. Wow, amazing.
There's a spoiler.
Yeah, well, I kind of spoiled it in the thumbnail, I guess. So, oops, sorry about that.
Ahsoka's the main character to her own show. Wow, shocker.
Yeah, so Ahsoka's after a MacGuffin, and it is set sometime after. I don't know if it's between season 2 or 3 or after season 3 of Mandalorian, because it does involve that one person she captured, Morgan.
Yeah, Arthur.
And yeah, more whatever. But she was the one that had the Beskar pike that Din Djarin took from her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he helped Ahsoka capture and defeat her droids. But it turns out Morgan, she is I don't know if she's like a full sister of Dathomir. Or is she of the Sisters of Dathomir? She mentioned that they're her ancestors.
Yeah, something like that.
So that's kind of like something I guess Dave Filoni decided just to squeeze
Throw
on in there. Because
yeah.
she didn't strike me as a sister of Dathomir.
She just looks too human.
Yeah, like the sisters of Dathomir are gray with gray hair. You know, just like the sister of Dathomir that's in the 2 Jedi games.
Yeah.
But anyways, she's now Sister Dathomir, and she's being escorted back to the New Republic. You know, that's happened a few times before, like with Grand Moff Gus. You know, that happened to him. But mysteriously he gets broken out. The New Republic is awful.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert. GB wants the bad guys to win. He's rooting for them.
Yeah, okay, so you kind of jumped the gun on that. So I think I may have mentioned this in Mandalorian Season 3 review. If I didn't, I'm mentioning it now. The New Republic sucks.
Yeah, you did mention that.
The New Republic is a joke. And I can, if that's their goal, like, well done, bravo. You've made me root for the First Order to destroy the New Republic because it's trash. It's way better in the expanded universe and the Legends and those novels. So, yeah, the New Republic sucks. It's just a big fat joke. And so they get boarded by 2 alleged Jedi. And the captain, he tries to be smart about it. He's like, I'm going to call their bluff. And he lets them board a ship. Like, no, that's not how you call their bluff. You ask them, like, give me some proof, from the safety of your ship while they're not aboard your ship. In case they are Jedi or are Dark Jedi or are Inquisitors.
But if they did do that, then they wouldn't have gotten on the ship.
Oh, I know. It's a plot point. I get it.
You have to make them be dumb.
But there are 2 cool characters we get introduced to. Balin.
And
Shin.
Yeah, Hot Topic girl.
Yeah. So the Master and Apprentice, they're not Sith, but they're not Jedi. He was a Jedi, but he's one of the many Jedi that somehow have survived Order 66.
Yeah.
Even though, like, Obi-Wan told Luke that, like, Vader helped the Empire hunt down and destroy all the Jedi.
You know what he reminded me of?
Oh.
I don't know why, but he reminded me of General Zod.
General Zod?
Yeah, from Superman.
Okay.
I don't know what, there's something about his face.
Well, he's not the same actor because sadly Ray Stevenson passed away a few months ago. So. Mm-hmm. But he was in Rome. He's been in other stuff as well. He's a great actor, but sadly he's no longer with us. But he gives us a really good performance as Balin, and I look forward to seeing the rest of the season with him in it and Shin, because I think they're an interesting duo, Master and Apprentice. I'm going to call them Dark Jedi because they're not Sith.
Yeah.
And they're clearly not Jedi anymore because they're willing to use. They have orange lightsabers and they use dark force powers.
Are they red?
I think they're like orangish red. I don't think they're like Sith lights.
I think it depends on the lighting.
But I've seen in like images prior that I think they're orangish red, but that doesn't matter. They're the bad guys. So they were hired by Morgan to break her out. They break her out. She wants to find Thrawn, and Ahsoka's gone after this MacGuffin ball.
Yeah, the Señora's balls.
Yeah, and she gets the MacGuffin ball. She fights a few HK droids. They self-destruct. She escapes with Hu Yang, and then they go to Home One, which was Akbar's ship. We don't see Admiral Akbar.
Yeah.
But General Hera is aboard Home One.
Yeah.
And she tells her about what happened with Morgan being broken out by these 2 Jedi. And then Hu Yang uses, I guess they used like the security cameras for him to scan the lightsabers. He can't tell like who Shin is by her lightsaber because she wasn't a Jedi, but he can tell who Balin is because each Jedi has a unique lightsaber.
Right.
And so he's able to deduce that he was a Jedi and must have left the Jedi Order before the Purge happened.
Yeah. So it makes you wonder where Hot Topic Girl came from.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
If only we could find out if all the episodes came out.
Well, we're just going to have to be patient.
Patient?
Just like Qui-Gon once said, we will be patient.
No.
But anyways, so Hera suggests that Ahsoka go to Lothal because Sabine might help her. And it turns out, I guess, between the events of Rebels and here, there was a Master Apprentice thing that happened between Sabine and Ahsoka. And I guess they're gonna I guess do a little backtracking on that and give us some more. They're gonna flesh that out hopefully throughout the season.
Yep.
But Sabine's still on Lothal. She's a commander, I guess, and they're like having this big parade celebrating like the bravery of Ezra and the victory.
Rebel squad. Basically.
Yeah, the victory. Yeah, and Sabine's supposed to give a speech, but she gets on her bike and heads off.
Yeah.
And then 2 E-Wings, and I think they are E-Wings from the EU, from the expanded universe. And they look pretty cool. And they try to stop her, but they can't stop her. And they're like, okay, fine, go back to your little tower.
Yep.
And then she goes back to Merch Cat.
Yeah, poor Clancy Brown.
Yeah, Clancy Brown was playing the governor. So that was cool.
Yep. See, I caught him right away this time.
But it's so weird because Clancy Brown has played a bad guy before plenty of times.
He's played good guys and bad guys.
He has, but he has a nice beard, just like Ray Stevenson does. Mm-hmm. They both have real nice manly beards. Anyways, so Hera, like I said, Hera tells Ahsoka and Hu Yang to go to Lothal to find Sabine, and it's funny because like she's like still thinking about Ezra because Ezra sacrificed himself to, I guess, rid the galaxy of Thrawn with those, like those hyperspace wells. I know they have a name, but she wants to find Ezra. That's what she's been wanting to do for forever. And then all of a sudden she wakes up having a nightmare or something, and she hears X-Wings flying overhead, and 2 X-Wings are escorting Ahsoka's ship over her communications tower where she's at into the city of Lothal, miles away. And you're just sitting there thinking, like, Ahsoka, couldn't you detect with the Force?
Yeah, like, wait, she's right there.
Yeah, wait.
Unless she knew. It's like, wait a second. If I land here, Sabine has a 90% chance of finding me here and finding me next to Clancy Brown. And then bam. Like, there we go. She made the trip. She predicted it.
So I guess she gets back on her bike, or hover bike, and she does, or speeder bike, and goes down this long stretch of highway, which no other vehicles use, by the way.
Yep.
All the times we see this stretch of highway, we see no other vehicles except for Sabine. So it's Sabine's highway.
Yep.
So she goes back to Lothal, and she meets up with Ahsoka. And you like one thing Ahsoka does, she just cuts right to the point.
Yeah, she's blunt.
She's like, here's the mat ball that we need decoded. Can you help us decode it? And Sabine's like, can I take it somewhere? And then Ahsoka's like, no. And then Sabine does it anyways.
Yeah, she's like, fuck you, I'm going to take this.
Yeah. While she's distracted by Hu Yang, who's identified the owner of one of those lightsabers.
Yeah.
Which is Balin. And then, of course, Hera's like, Hera talks a lot in the hologram. So she's like, you two are meant to be together, master and apprentice. You two work really well together. I know you two have history, and I'm sure we'll find out about that history. But, while Sabine's heading back to her tower on Sabine Highway, somebody is watching her.
Yeah, Hot Topic Girl.
Yeah, Hot Topic Girl. And I even said it. Like, this looks like a scene exactly out of episode 1, where the droid flies away and shows up to its master. Similar to how they did with Maul. Look, maybe it's meant to be an Easter egg, or maybe some copy pasta, but it reminded me so much of Maul in episode 1 on Tatooine. It's not even funny. Mm-hmm. But of course, then 2 HK droids show up, like right when Sabine manages to use she was Rubik's...
Yeah, they were a Rasengan ball.
Yeah. She unlocks it. Wow, amazing. And like, the way they did it,
It just is like, wait, how did you decrypt this? It makes no sense.
Yeah, no, you can say a few hours went by until she did. But the way she does it, it's just like...
It's like a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
I could have done it just by playing with randomly.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it wasn't going to blow up if you just kept doing that.
I would have just kept playing with it. Okay, I'm bored. I'm just bored. Oh, wait, something's happening.
Yeah, because it's obvious the parts were moving around, so...
and there's so many combinations you could do, maybe 20 combinations.
Yeah.
You would have figured it out eventually. If you okay, so let me try this with this. Okay, not working. Okay, with this. Okay, this with this.
Yeah.
Until you find all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, Ahsoka playing with them all day, you could have just, having, her, making the little ball float.
Yeah.
And then having her, moving it around. She could have done it in, 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, she did it in a remarkable amount of time, whether it was a few minutes or a few hours. But it points out that there's another galaxy, and there's, some sort of ability to transport between the two galaxies. And the other galaxies where Thrawn ends up being sent by Ezra in the space wells.
Yeah.
And so Morgan obviously wants to get Thrawn back, along with the help of Balin and Shin and another...
Watch Ezra be Morgan.
No.
It could be.
Ezra's not Morgan, because Morgan's the Night Sister. So
it is? Oh, never mind.
You're just confusing characters. Are you talking about Merrick? Because there's another lightsaber wielder who looks like an Yeah, Merrick. That's their name. They have like one of the Inquisitor dual wielding lightsabers.
Okay, well, I just thought it was like a plot twist.
But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Mm-hmm. So the two HKs attack Sabine and also Shin. They get into a little lightsaber duel because Sabine still has Ezra's lightsaber.
Yep.
And like she calls for help, and Huyang informs Ahsoka, and then they fly over there in Ahsoka's ship, but it's too late. See, Shin's already stabbed. She didn't mortally stab.
Yeah, Hot Topic Girl actually stabbed. She basically pulled what's her name again?
Reva? No.
She pulled a Reva and then stabbed the girl, and she survived.
Yeah, but it didn't look like a fatal stab though. She got stabbed by Anakin when he turned to Vader, and then stabbed by Vader again years later. She should have been dead twice. But anyway, Sabine survives. But the map ball was taken. But one of the HK droids, for some reason, stayed back at her tower.
Because of reasons.
And Ahsoka goes back to the tower. She notices that Merch Cat won't go inside. And so Ahsoka walks inside. HK drops down, and she just decapitates HK droid.
Yep,
like
just
it's
like that.
Nothing. And then she takes the HK head back to the hospital where the medical droid's dealing with Sabine, and Sabine's still recovering from her injury. And she hacks it and then discovers that they're probably on Corellia.
Right.
Well, that it was on Corellia. And Morgan happened to have some stuff on Corellia as well that she was doing. So Hera meets Ahsoka on Corellia, and it turns out some of these New Republic employees on Corellia are former Empire, and some of them aren't exactly former Empire.
Yep.
Yeah. But it was a funny line that at the end, whenever they killed a few of them, and then they apprehended some other ones, how it was basically Ahsoka like talking about, oh, it's about greed. No, it's because the New Republic sucks.
Yeah, that's your favorite line.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. It's not greed. It's just they're just
you just suck.
Yeah.
There it is.
But she's like, no, it's greed. I'm like, nah, Ahsoka, I'm sorry, but it's just because your New Republic sucks.
It's just pure incompetence.
Yeah, incompetence. No wonder they'll turn on you. But it turns out they're building, what they're doing is they're breaking down Star Destroyers, and they're repurposing parts like hyperdrives for New Republic ships. But they had this really large hyperdrive that's not really scheduled to go with any ship, and it's kind of classified. But then all of a sudden, like everybody in the bridge of this like HQ and the shipyard, like all Empire agents, they all start trying to kill Ahsoka. Well, that doesn't last very long.
No, because of course it's Ahsoka. I mean,
yeah,
she can defeat anybody.
Yeah, but anyways, that's when Ahsoka runs into, I think, Merrick, the one that looks like a knight in black armor that is maybe a former Inquisitor.
Yeah, I like his design.
Yeah, it does look cool. And she takes out his HK, and then they get a little fight, and then Shin shows up to rescue him. They get away, and Ahsoka just stands there and lets them get away.
It's like cool pose.
Yeah, cool pose.
Well, she can. Well, the thing is that she can't defeat them right there because there's like 5 or 6 more episodes to come.
Oh, that's true. You're right. Yeah.
So if she got on the ship and killed them all, I mean,
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, exactly. And then Hera gets in the Phantom with Chopper. You know, Chopper's there too.
I hate Chopper.
Yeah.
He's annoying.
Yeah, a lot of people hate Chopper, but like she's chasing the ship that's carrying this big giant hyperdrive, and they managed to put a tracker on the ship before it jumps into hyperspace. But this is a New Republic shipyard, Corellia. Mm-hmm. Where are the squadrons of X-Wings, A-Wings, B-Wings, E-Wings, Y-Wings?
All types of wings. Chicken wings.
Why is there nobody helping Hera stop this ship?
I don't know, because incompetence.
Yeah, once again, New Republic sucks.
It's like the same question with Obi-Wan and nobody's sending TIE fighters after the ship.
Yeah, exactly. Well, in that case, the Empire sucks.
Yeah. Everybody sucks in Star Wars.
Yeah, everyone sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know they've made jokes about that. We talked about that. Well, I did in my reviews. It's like, yeah, I mean, Vader could have just jumped into like the shuttle and just told like, hey, you send TIE fighters after that transport. I'm going after Obi-Wan. That's all you had to do. But anyways, different show.
Okay, so you know why that didn't happen?
Why?
Because otherwise some things couldn't have happened in the original movie or something.
Or like Princess Leia couldn't have escaped. I get it.
But
anyways, wrong show.
Okay, I was gonna ask you to say something.
Okay.
What was it? I forgot. Shit.
Okay, so let's recap. Okay, so the ship has a tracker on it with the.
Dan.
Yeah.
Dan, I remember. There's something that just kind of ticked me off. Why does it take so long? That whole transition thing from Hera putting the tracking device on the ship. It took so long. It's like it was like 5 scenes or 6 scenes. Like
suspense.
Because constant flying back and forth between Ahsoka and Hera. It's like, well, it's like you have like at least like 2 or 3 scenes with like making jokes with, oh, where's the tracking? Where's the tracking?
Oh, yeah, because Chop is like trying to find a tracking device.
Like, couldn't you just have like gotten close to it? Okay, throw the thing and then just show Ahsoka.
And to be fair, I mean that ship did have rear guns shooting at the Phantom, so and Hera was trying to avoid being blasted. But once again,
I know, but it just took so long.
Why didn't Hera at least have a squadron of like X-wings at the ready? Say, hey, stay on patrol up here in case something goes bad. I might need your help. Because squadron of X-wings come in, boom, that hyperdrive is not getting away from Corellia.
Yeah, and then bam, there you go, you win.
Yeah, and once again, it goes back to what you just said. If they did that, then there would be no more episodes.
Yep. See, we need the incompetence.
Yeah. But there's another planet that Morgan and, Balon are on. And it's like the Stonehenge type thing with like some red trees in the background.
Yeah.
And she uses the ball, Morgan uses the ball to I guess, locate where that other galaxy is that Thrawn was sent to. And what are they building to get to the other galaxy with that big giant hyperdrive? Remember when I laughed whenever they showed it?
Oh yeah, like the hyperdrive wing thing
for the Jedi starfighters.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's basically they took the Jedi's like hyperdrive ring.
Yeah, for fighters.
In the Clone Wars, like in episode 2 and 3, and they supersized it.
There you go.
And that's what they're basically using.
It looks funny from a distance.
It does look funny because that's what it looks like. I'm like, okay, this was original.
Yep.
Because I thought it was going to be like a cool looking ship.
No.
But no, it's just like they just took that.
The Jedi ring and we'll put it times 10.
Yeah. It's kind of like, oh, let's make something even more destructive than the Death Star. What if we had a planet destroying base that was way bigger? God.
Yep.
All right. But anyways, near the end of the episode, let's see. Oh, yeah. Sabine decides to become an apprentice of Ahsoka's again. She cuts her hair, which you did not care for.
Nope.
She puts on her Mandalorian armor, and then Ahsoka and Huyang goes and picks her up, and then they blast off.
And happily ever after, and they make out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, basically. But
Rule 34. Jeez.
Hey, one can have her moments, okay?
Okay.
Don't judge them.
All right.
Anyways, yeah, that's the ending,
Ooh.
and I could care less. That's just me. I mean, I just want to see where the whole thing goes once the episode comes out. I don't want to wait till next week, and then the week after that, and then the week after that. So one episode at a time, and then because I'll stop caring.
Okay, so what do you want to just stop watching them until they're all done? Because I'm going to keep watching them. So
but if I do that, you're going to talk about it. And then you're going to be like looking on Twitter or something, like looking for more, and I'm going to have to be like stuck. So I cannot do that.
I guess what I could do is I could be kind of like your canary in the coal mine, and I'll tell you if the next episode's good, and then if it's good, you'll watch, and if not, you'll be like, okay, you'll just let them stack until there's a good episode.
Nah, the problem is that I already kind of started. See, if it was like from the beginning to end.
Okay. You're already in, so you can't get out until it's over.
Yeah, you did that to me.
Oh yeah, blame me.
I will. Your fault.
Of course. It's always my fault.
Why not?
Yeah, but I'll say this, okay? I think that this show will probably end up being better than Obi-Wan. Of course, that's
not saying much.
That's a very low bar right there, sadly.
That's a really low bar.
But at the moment, if I have to compare it, I just don't feel the same way about it that I do about the first couple episodes of Mandalorian in the first season. The first season of Mandalorian was great.
And Andor.
Now, Andor, like, I'm trying to put them all side by side, right? Like, how I felt watching, like, the first episodes of each one. Like, Mandalorian, like, spaghetti western, Mandalorian, bounty hunter turned, like, adopted father, these adventures. I think that at the moment, Mandalorian is still had probably the best start.
Like
Andor,
season 1?
Yeah. And then, of course, by the end of season 2, it's even better, right?
Right.
Now, with with Andor, it started off okay, but it had enough there to hold you until it got better and better and better. And I hope that Ahsoka goes that way. I really do. Because I like Rosario Dawson. And I just feel like, and I know this is something that has been discussed by several people. A lot of people are of the opinion that maybe Dave Filoni should have killed off Ahsoka, like at the end of the Clone Wars.
Maybe.
But I feel like that's not just the case for Ahsoka, because it's what Obi-Wan told Luke, like we were talking about a moment ago. Like he talked about how Vader, like, helped the Empire track down and destroy all the Jedi. I mean, all that was supposed to be left was him, Luke, Yoda. And now there's Jedi's just popping up everywhere.
Yep.
Like the dude that's Ezra's master. And,
I forgot his name.
And Hera's baby daddy before he died. You know, he survived. And then you have Balin. He survived.
Yeah, and Hot Topic Girl.
Yeah, and there is another Jedi I want to talk. I'm not going to talk about because that was a spoiler. But another Jedi did survive, and there's several Jedi that have so far survived. And you're just sitting there going like, why do they keep adding more Jedi to that list of survivors?
It just kind of kills the tension.
Yeah.
Of Order 66. I mean, a bunch of them did die, but...
Yeah, tons of them, because there was like, at least 10,000 Jedis, I think, or more.
Yeah.
And most of them, they got wiped out. But, okay, I mean, it's a big galaxy, so maybe a few of them survived here.
Like 20 or 30.
Maybe, but lately it just seems like too many are surviving.
Yeah.
Including Ahsoka. But, for the record, I do like Ahsoka's character. I didn't like her at the beginning when she was first introduced in that movie, the Clone Wars animated movie. That was awful.
Oh yeah, that movie. It was basically like 4 episodes of Clone Wars.
Yeah, but she was just technically a tween then. She grew a lot throughout the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I think she starts getting good like in season 3.
Yeah.
Like once she starts like growing up more.
Yeah, but I'll say one more thing. There's one thing they did with Ahsoka that I did like. She acknowledged that she has a problem with walking away. Because she talked to Hera about how she walked away from Anakin and the Jedi. And how she walked away from Sabine. So it was a nice self-reflection by Ahsoka. Realizing that, hey, even though I'm a badass former Jedi with all these Force abilities and sweet lightsabers, I still have my own issues and flaws.
Yeah.
So at least she's not a Mary. I don't consider her to be a Mary Sue. I don't consider Sabine to be a Mary Sue because she's clearly flawed too.
She looks like Diva.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, I did. Like all you have to do is basically give her like brownish black hair or something like that.
Yeah.
Just put her on a bodysuit and then just give her like a gun and just speak Korean. There you go.
Well,
Diva.
We'll just wait till next week. She'll dye her hair. That's one of the things that Sabine loved doing was dyeing her hair.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I never really got into Clone Wars, like Rebels like I did Clone Wars, but I did watch some of the key episodes. And for the most part, I liked Sabine. I know some people didn't, but I thought she was okay. So I don't really have a problem with her. I think the actress playing her is doing a decent job.
What about everybody's favorite character, Ezra?
It's kind of take him or leave him, But
I could give 2 shits.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what actually becomes of Ezra by the end. Maybe you're right. Maybe Ezra was turned to the dark side and becomes Martok. That's an interesting prediction.
Yeah, that could be like that's what I'm thinking of. Like the biggest plot twist that maybe that the dude in the
knight in the armor.
Yeah, it's just Ezra.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh, plot twist, big reveal.
Yeah, that would be interesting, but.
And I'm gonna be like, I called it, and then I want $20.
Yeah. But as far as I'm concerned, the show has got to get better. It really does. It's not off to the best start. It's not off to the worst start either. But I just hope it gets better. I really, really do.
Yeah, it's just kind of mid.
I would say this. It cannot afford to get worse. It can't.
No.
It has to get better from here. But anyways, I think that's pretty much all we got to say. I can't really say anything else. Oh yeah, one more thing. The New Republic sucks, and I'm glad they got destroyed.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just not that big of a Star Wars nerd like GBS.
No, I guess not.
No, I mean I like Star Wars, but
no.
Not to the degree that he does.
No.
Where he memorizes like all the names of everything.
I don't know every name because some names do slip. Okay, I don't know. I'm not 100% like knowledgeable about. But I would say I'm like maybe like a B tier Star Wars fan. I'm not an S tier. Maybe I'm like between a B and an A.
I'm like a C or D.
Yeah.
I mean, I do care, but I don't care that much.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Anyways.
Like, anyway, I still think the best character is, like, Merch Cat.
Merch Cat, yeah. Merch Cat for the win, of course.
Merch Cat, yeah.
Merch Cat, then Hugh Yang, of course. Hugh Yang voiced by David Tennant.
Yeah.
And, he's coming back as the 14th Doctor for, like, 3 episodes.
Yep.
So we'll be watching that.
I'm actually curious for that.
Yeah, I think that's going to premiere in November.
And
it's going to be on Disney Plus, so that's another reason to keep Disney Plus. Like, every time I want to cancel Disney Plus, they give me a reason to stick around. Like,
are they going to release all the episodes at once?
No, I think that it's going to release, like, I don't know how they're going to do it. But, anyways, that's a different show.
Yep.
But at least Russell B. Davis is back running Doctor Who again, so I'm happy about that.
Yay. Yeah, that's probably another show that we're going to put on this channel.
Yeah, we'll do a review of those, yeah.
Yeah.
Or we'll just wait. I guess we could just... If there's 3 different specials, then we'll just review each special individually.
Yeah.
And if we like the new Doctor and the new direction they go, we'll review that as a season, I guess.
Yep.
But anyways, yeah, I guess the next review we do of Ahsoka will be the Season 1 review, where we will look back and decide whether or not the show got better, worse, stayed about the same.
Right, like a month or 2 from now.
Yeah, and the reason why Disney Plus does this and a lot more streaming sites is because they can hook you with that subscription fee.
Ugh, I know.
But even Netflix now does it. They've now broken up their seasons into parters, like part 1, part 2. Yeah, they do that. Because they realize, like, oh, that's actually a good idea. Instead of them canceling after binging, like, an entire season of Stranger Things, we can do, like, part 1 this season, part 2 next season. That way they get double the money out of us, and they continue rising the prices. Oh, yeah, and we had to listen to commercials. Like, I'm paying for this, and I still have to go through commercials?
Yes.
And we're watching it weekly? Like, it's like we're going back into, like, old TV.
Basically.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
But, anyways, that's pretty much all we got to say about Ahsoka. Kind of a mid-start. Hopefully it gets better.
Yeah.
Now, we want to know what you think. Your thoughts, views, and opinions regarding Ahsoka, favorite characters, least favorite characters, predictions about which direction the season is going to go. Welcome, as always, below in the comments section.
Bye-bye.